Hey guys, welcome back to Musings of Mavri. I'm Mavri, and today we're going to be looking at Tensura Episode 4. So, in my quest to continue catching up to the main series, we are now at Episode 4. The series so far, I'm still kind of on the fence about. It's not completely boring, but at the same time, I still feel like there's a lot left to be desired, and hopefully we can get a lot more either world building or the main story in the next few episodes. So right now, our main character, Rimuru, is on his way to see the dwarves. I'm very interested to see another kingdom that's not, because we already know that there's human kingdoms, right? We saw glimpses of it in the past episodes. So now I'm curious for any non-human kingdoms and what they look like, to get a little more understanding on the politics of this world. And also hopefully answer my question on whether titles play a major role in this series. So, this episode starts with the opening. I skipped it, and so let's get right into the action. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. The Kingdom of the Dwarfs. So is there only one kingdom? Lord Gilmet. So there's a demon lord. Yeah, same response. Oh, you're gonna meet them. I can tell already. I'm guessing abusive father? Hmm. Well, that's convenient. The Armed Nation. Yeah, okay. So we confirmed there's elves. Okay. So there are places where there can be commerce between different races. But judging from their responses, it's probably safe to assume that there's going to be other nations who are not as open to different races there. Wait, you're doing all this just to get some basically carpenters? You know, regardless of what the political situation is regarding different races, a slime walking in is still going to be strange, isn't it? Well, at least they were only beat up and not killed. He's gonna break his own rule. Probably. Is he gonna use Mimic first? Tempest Starwolf. Yeah, Menace. Oh, okay. Well, you're in trouble now. Oh. They're surprisingly lenient. So Rimuru's gonna help, right? He's gonna go along, isn't he? Well, that was a pretty wholesome ending to this whole incident. Still, I think Rimuru really needs, like, a human form. Steamworks. And it looks like there's even electronics? So now I'm trying to get a sense of the technology level of this world right now. Let me remind you guys that this is a slime that's just trying to get somebody to make his furniture. Very stereotypical character design, but okay. Hmm. Are those his sons? Going to war with whom? So is this going to be a collecting mission? Or are those ores that Rimuru gobbled up earlier be of use? Okay, so he already has the ore. The best collection quests are the ones where you already have all the materials on hand. Nothing more satisfying than that. And this is what being a hoarder benefits you. Yeah, that's that one. And he has tons more. You know, that's probably like worth a fortune. That's all you want? But that's actually, if you think about it, it's a pretty damn hard mission. You're basically asking them to find lots of people who are willing to go to a faraway village for months. Okay. So he's gonna copy his ability? Wow! That is OP! Why would you need a blacksmith then? Just do it yourself! Nope. Speaking of which, where's the other goblin? Hmm. Thank God they're not the kind of elves that he was thinking of. These are much better looking. Dang it. What is with... Alright, sorry about that. Was having some internet problems. Well, isn't he lucky? Okay, so I guess elves and dwarves in this world are much more cordial with each other. Oh, and we end it? Alright. Alright, so that was episode 4 of Tensura. Again, I apologize of the technical issues I was having. It normally doesn't act this bad, but for some reason my internet is acting up, so what the hey. Well, at least we managed to get through most of the episode. So anyways, back to the episode at hand. Did we learn anything new this time? Not much. I guess this is more of a drive the plot episodes where they kind of introduce another main character, I'm assuming. Probably since those people are named those dwarves, they're probably going to be, and you know, Rimuru did quest for them, so they're probably going to be recurring characters. Well, so what do we get? We learned a little bit more about the politics of this world, how, especially in this Dwarven city, or this Dwarven kingdom, all the different races can coexist with each other peacefully. So even a monster like a slime can just go into the city no problem, and he wouldn't necessarily be viewed as a monster that needed to be exterminated, right? Again, I made the comment that maybe this is the case for the Dwarven city, but not necessarily so for all these cities, or maybe not even for most of the human cities. But since we're only concentrating on dwarves right now, at least he doesn't have any problem going into the city. So this is not a monster kill on sight kind of world setting. They also made references to the Demon King, or sorry, Demon Lord. I always get confused on which series calls it Demon King and which calls it Demon Lord. They're interchangeable. They basically mean the same thing, right? It's a badass overlord of the monsters, basically. They mentioned that, at least Rimuru mentioned that he didn't want to cross paths with him. When I'm gonna call it right now, he's probably gonna cross paths with him. And who knows, maybe this might even be one of the series where the Demon Lord actually turns out to be one of our protagonist's companion, right? Because judging from what he is right now, I'm assuming that it's not going to be a case where Rimuru is the Demon Lord, or eventually turns into a Demon Lord. At least that's my prediction, anyways. So, anything else of note this episode? We had a small fight, but we couldn't really see much on what kind of stuff that they did. So, what are the normal fighting styles of this world? It seemed fairly generic. The physical attacks from the melee characters seem to have some kind of skill imbued with him, so it's not just a very normal slash cut, that kind of thing. It seems that there's sort of physical skills, if you will, in this world setting. Magic is magic, doesn't seem to require chanting, but then again, Fireball is probably a low-level spell, so we can't assume too much, but for right now, I'm going to guess that you only need to call out the name of the spell. And fairly generic right now. Nothing too much to take note of. The armor, the styles. Oh, one thing that I found interesting was regarding the kind of the technology level of this world setting. So most of it seems like your generic fantasy where it's more of a kind of medieval period type of thing. But it seems that in this world there's, at least I could see, steam power, and I even saw some switches. So I'm assuming probably there's also electricity in this world. So maybe not quite in the pure medieval fashion, but it might have some elements of more steampunk kind of things, if you want to call it that. At least it's not a pure medieval setting. There's probably going to be some gadgets, and there might be some machines here. That's what I'm getting at. So that's actually a part which I found most interesting. The actual storyline, it's just convenience after convenience, I guess. I mean, I'm glad that the situation resolved itself peacefully, but then again, it could have gone either way, right? Most of these kinds of anime settings usually end up with the protagonist sticking his nose into a matter that didn't concern him. He saves the day, everybody hails him a hero, and whatnot. In this case, our Slime-kun decided to just give the potions and stay where he was. He doesn't want trouble. I guess I can see that. But I think this goes back into something that I actually do want to touch on, and it's episode 4 already, and we have no idea what Rimuru wants to do, right? So there hasn't been any internal dialogue regarding, okay, so right now I'm out of this cave. What are my next steps and next goals? Right now he's trying to rebuild the goblin village, but even that, I'm curious, like, why is he rebuilding the goblin village? And trying to teach them how to make furniture, how to make houses, how to make clothing. I mean, I get that. So that's something that he wants to do, right? But why? Does he have an ulterior motive to do this kind of thing? Is he just altruistic? He feels bad for them, and so it's purely because of that? Or does he have a bigger plan in mind, like find out why he reincarnated as a slime, why he transferred into this world? Did someone summon him? Like, what is his goal? What's driving this character? We don't know yet. As far as we know, he's just living life day to day, right? Uh, so hopefully that gets resolved soon. Otherwise, it's hard to get a grasp on how we should look at different situations, because really we don't even know much about the protagonist. We just know that he was a virgin, he was a normal business person, had a white-collar job, desk job, and that's it. We don't. Okay, so maybe he's a little perverted, but it's not something overly so. I mean, he likes boobs and titties. Who doesn't like boobs and titties? Who doesn't like a hot elf? I can't fault him for that. I would probably enjoy it in that situation, but other than that, we don't really know much about him. So hopefully that's something that we can get in the next episode. So anyways, I'm trying to binge watch all the episodes until I catch up to the current one. So without further ado, let's end this one, and I'll see you guys right in the next one.